What just 3 years ago was called the worst school in the state now has a waiting list. West Prep Academy at Lake Mead and MLK serves a 100% minority population. 80% of the kids qualify for free or reduced lunch.
It's an amazing success story. The number of kids with limited English proficiency is nearly double the district average. But West Prep is proving that those factors can be overcome. Kids First anchor Kendall Tenney went to find out how.
Yeah, a lot of kids out of school right now, but at West Prep, they're still going. Tomorrow is the last day of West Prep's Summer Academy. That's a 6-week enrichment program. It's offered to students at every grade level. During the regular school year, West Prep's days are about 80 minutes longer, and the classes are smaller than the typical Clark County school. But it's what's happening in individual classrooms that's making a huge difference.
Antonyms, then, are words that mean the opposite, right?
Students and faculty at West Prep know a lot about opposites. Today, this school is seen as a model for others, when just 3 years ago...
This school that you're in right now, back in 05-06, it was considered the worst performing school, not in just Clark County, but in the entire state.
Principal Mike Barton came to this campus in the spring of 2006, when it was just a middle school. Immediately, he wondered what he'd gotten himself into.
I was appalled, and if I had a law degree, I would have thought maybe educational malpractice was occurring here, and that's just being frank.
Teachers like Mr. Stroka, who were around during that time, tell similar horror stories.
When you'd walk to the hallways, you'd have to be looking over your shoulder. If you'd walk to lunch and escort the students there, some teachers would walk backwards to kind of watch everybody's back and make sure things weren't flying and happening and you wouldn't get hurt.
Did you clean house?
To be honest, we had 67 teachers, and I hired back 13. So I think that's cleaning house.
Establishing a new staff was just the beginning of major changes at what is now called West Prep Academy. In the fall of 2006, the school started serving students in kindergarten all the way through 12th grade.
Our ultimate theme here is that we're getting every kid to college.
And the plan appears to be working.
How many of you are planning on going to college?
Every student in this class, made up of mostly freshmen, raised their hand when asked the question. And they say that wouldn't have been the case a few years ago.
So tell me what it was like when you first got here in 6th grade compared to what it's like now.
It was really different because you would see fights like every day, food fights after lunch. The school wasn't really safe, and now we actually learn and people actually pay attention in class.
The numbers back that up. 97% of the junior class is proficient in reading and tested above the district average in math. And for the first time in its history, the middle school will meet federal standards according to the No Child Left Behind Act. But the school is not without controversy. To accommodate the more than 1,700 students, the school uses 28 portable classrooms. And recently, some community activists expressed anger when West Prep wasn't given a new building, despite having the available land right next to it.
Would you please give us some kind of timetable that we can have the schools built at West, because we did not ask for no prison camps.
Pretty much every campus has a portable.
But you have 28.
I have a lot of portables. I'm not going to lie about that, but do I wish it was a classroom? Do I wish it was a regular classroom? Absolutely. But that's all dependent on funding.
There were those at the last board meeting who suggested that this smacked of racism. Do you think there's any merit to that?
I disagree with it being racism. I think the quality of the program speaks volumes.
Barton hopes his school will get a new building if and when a school bond is passed in 2010. In the meantime, he looks forward to turning West Prep into the complete opposite of what it used to be.
Where do you see this school 5 years from now?
I see it being in one of Newsweek's top 1,500 schools in the country.
I like your way of thinking.
But I think the community involvement 5 years from now will even be more powerful.
Looking good, looking good.
Hopefully 5 years from now there would be a building.
West Prep Academy is expanding at both ends of its population. The first class of 40 seniors is expected, and I do mean expected, to graduate in the spring. And the school is going to start offering pre-kindergarten this year. Total enrollment is about 1,700 kids. Principal Barton's goal is to make West Prep a community school that children can attend from start to finish and then head off to college.
Boy, he sounds great.